All right, folks, welcome back. It looks like Skype's audio is working too correctly.
Testing, testing.
Yay!
1, 2, 3.
Only thing that's not working today is the Roll20 browser stuff because Roll20 is now not happy with OBS again. So, yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. There we go. Fix that a little bit. Anyways, hi. It's been about a month since we've done this because last time I was not ready, and we've been off for a couple other things. So, a little bit of a recap of where we've been. The party met up with Beatrice after doing a couple of other little side things to kind of help her out with some leads from Ilenia. They went off and explored the Stonebreaker Ironworks, found a forge that was abandoned that had been recently kind of investigated and occupied by some other entities. They came across some Dwagar and managed to fight them off before they got away with some interesting artifacts and weapons that seemed to be possessed or cursed or something of that nature. The party went back to the little shelter that Beatrice had them stay in, where everyone had some kind of dream happen to them that night. After the night's events, the party started kind of discussing what happened. Some decided not to share what happened with their dreams, and going up and surprising Beatrice, Nymphis managed to give her quite a scare, but mentioned that the party was running low on supplies, so they wanted to try to find a way to kind of stock up on things while they're waiting for a response back from Elfrost on what to do with the weapons that they found in the forge. So they made their way up to the Sleepy Cub. While they were there, Belto and Xylith managed to bargain to get a shield made and a sword repaired for some of the ore that they discovered in the Stonebreaker Ironworks.
Oh, wow.
And then Julian and Nymphis, along with Beatrice, went to stock up on some supplies and some rations. While Panda stayed with Gerald to make sure that he had some company while the other party members were off doing their own thing. So it's about evening time as we make our entrance into this session. So Xylith and Belto, you are making your way over to the Sleepy Cub Inn, which has the mart attached to it. You see Beatrice, Julian, and Nymphis loading up some of the supplies and rations that they all have. And Nymphis, are you sharing your little surprise that you had bought for everybody, or are you saving that for later?
I would probably where everyone's all huddled up and everything.
Okay. So as you all get to the carriage and everyone's loading up, you'll see Nymphis start to pull some special items out of the buckets and containers that they got. So what did you get it for everybody,
I
Nymphis?
forgot. I honestly don't remember. It's been so long.
I've got the notes. So
Cheese.
I know. Yeah, I remember
you
cheese.
see-
Hold on, let me get
so-
my inventory. Let's see. I probably wrote it
So
down.
there's a we did buy for Wilrick. So Wilrick has Wilrick, you get this wheel of cheese from Nymphis that has a somewhat mild and mute tone to it, but
Plus 2 blocks of various cheeses, the smaller one.
and some other smaller pieces that
You got sampler. You got
yeah.
a sampler.
You take a good sniff of the cheeses. They're not some of the better cheeses that you've had, but they'll do the work that you would like them for. For Xylith, you actually managed to pull together several different things. So Xylith, you see him pull out some pouches of different things. So there's some dried dates, raisins, along with some assortments of nuts that he kind of mixes together and offers to you, kind of like a little trail mix type thing.
I also got the 3 days of feed for Gerald.
Mm-hmm.
I'll hand that to Xylith as well, so she can do that with Gerald's stuff.
So Xylith, you see 3 bags of feed, and then there's a few other pouches of some special feed that you kind of take a note, and as you've kind of been the one mainly driving the cart with Gerald at the front. You've noticed that Nymphis has been taking his notes, and there's some of the kind of treat type stuff for Gerald amongst those pouches.
Oh, thanks, Nymphis. You got some treats for Gerald. I'm gonna take like a handful and put it up to Gerald's face.
Yep.
Gerald sniffs it and happily just kind of starts to scarf it down.
So cute.
For Julian, as you were there with Nymphis, you all were kind of discussing on what everyone liked. There were some points. At some point, you pointed out certain things, or he kind of caught your eye looking at certain things. So there's some of the dried jerky that he noticed that you were kind of looking at, maybe a little bit or salivating over. So a few pieces of those for you, and a bottle of what seems like pretty decent wine for what was in the establishment. So he may have slipped an extra gold piece or two under the counter to get you something that wasn't out on the shelves.
Fuck yeah. Or should I say, fuck yeah.
And then for Belto, still trying to kind of figure you out a little, kind of more going in line with your faith and your clerical kind of deity type stuff. He got you some bread along with some other ingredients that might help out with some of your clerical type background stuff. Spell components, yes. Exactly.
Quite generous of you, Nymphis. Thank you.
It's my farewell gift for you guys. Nymphis wants
Leaving?
Bye, guys. No.
Bye, Felicia.
Why?
And then Nymphis, you just see Nymphis eating on sugar cubes. Snacking on sugar cubes.
Pretty much.
Slips one to Gerald, and Gerald gets all happy.
Go, Gerald. See, I knew what you like. I knew it.
So as all of you are loaded up, it is kind of getting towards towards dusk. You all had spent some time there, so if you decide to head back, it'll probably be very late. I don't think you all are heading back because you're waiting for the shield and the sword to be completed.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
What did you guys get?
Head out. I can catch up with you. I'm going to be waiting for the morning. The local smith, in exchange for the ore that Xylith found, is going to be sharpening a couple weapons and manifesting a shield for my use.
Yeah, I gave him all my swords.
In exchange for the material.
Nymphis pulls up his...
But I know no labor or anything like that. We're not going to pay him.
Nymphis pulls up his book.
He keeps the excess material.
Points to this.
Fuck yeah.
Nymphis lifts up his book and points to the section that says, from chapters ago, "Do not split the party." You said that.
He couldn't get it done any faster, so he said it's going to be ready by tomorrow.
So we'll wait here. We'll wait with you guys.
Very well.
Well, being
Don't have
it's a
any
pretty...
coins, so if we just camp outside of town, we can save some money.
Yeah, if you all want to camp out, there is also, since it is kind of a small in place, there are probably some rooms if you wanted to entertain that idea and ask about
Let's
that.
say his money pouch,
yeah,
a tiny moth flies out.
How much? How
I
much
can
is
do
it?
it. I can cover it again.
How much is it?
I have gold too.
You want to go up and ask the bartender? You're going to ask Beatrice? Who you going to...
I mean, are we still in front of the bartender, or have we got away from where the bartender would be?
Well, right now you're around...
I'll go talk to the bartender.
Loading up all of the supplies.
I'll ask
Okay.
Beatrice.
We split off.
Okay.
I thought you said don't split.
So,
the
Nymphis, while you're going to talk to eyesight of each other, Nymphis, as you go to the bartender, he looks up to you after cleaning a spot off of the countertop, and he says, "Oh yes, you're with Beatrice. I I'm assuming you found what you needed. I know we're
Mhm.
pretty low stock given the changeover in the season, but yeah, did you all find what you needed?
Yes, we did. Thank you so much. Having Beatrice here, Beatrice.
Beetlejuice.
Having Beatrice here totally helped out with the sales and stuff. So I have a question. How much is your rooms? Do you guys have rooms here?
We do have a few. It's during the off season, so we have all of our rooms except for one available at the moment. How many are in your party altogether?
About 5 of us altogether.
Okay. It
6.
depends on if you're going to be sharing rooms or if you're going to be one room each. We only have 5 additional rooms available, so someone's going to have to at least share one, unless you all decide to.
One
only
second.
take
I
3
stick
rooms
out my
for
head
each.
out of the room. Are we splitting rooms, or do y'all want your separate rooms?
I have no coin, so I would have to split unless I go camp.
All right, we're splitting it. Okay. Mark,
I don't
you're gonna
mind
split
sharing.
it for 2 rooms, I guess, for each.
Beatrice
room?
speaks up. It's like, I'll take my own room, but you all can split if you so choose.
Okay, 3 rooms then. Beatrice says she's gonna take her out.
All right. For the rest of you, then it would be 1 gold piece and 5 silver pieces for the 2 rooms.
Okay. Let me pulls out my mom's book stuff here. Also, I know it's off season and everything, but I have some valuable books you could sell here. Have you heard of the Storm Weather series?
I'm not as familiar. We're not as you can tell, there's not many books here, so unfortunately, I'm not acquainted. Are you
So you
trying?
guys are not well read around here?
I don't know about that. I mean, we have basic learning. I would say we're just kind of a
You have schools?
no, not here, not in this town. No.
In this town, okay. So where do you guys don't have a library or anything?
Sometimes we have traders come in and trade odds and ends for books and things, but nothing outside of kind of standard fare.
Okay, I was gonna say for a discount, I would trade this book with you guys, and it's actually worth about 3 gold itself. But I feel like spreading more of the sellings and books and all the good merchants does. So I'm just, if you want, we could do that, and then I'll just a little discount off the room would be fine. But we would like to.
He kind of reads you and it's like, while I appreciate the offer, I would I'm sticking with the coin fees.
All right, and I'll pull out the money and drop it on the table. How much was it again? You said
1 gold, 5 silver.
5 epillers. Nice.
And he puts 2 keys out on the countertop, exchanging the money for the keys. And he says, if you go upstairs, it'll be the first couple of rooms on your right-hand side.
Okay.
All right. So you have the keys to your rooms. Beatrice comes around and the bartender already has pulling out another key and gives to her, and she hands over a small amount of coin over to him as well. And he says, here's your regular. Got everything tidied up and ready for you. And she's just much obliged. So, are we going to be eating down here in the bar area, or do you all want to sit at a table, or do we want to use some of the food that we just bought? I think while we're here, we might as well enjoy ourselves, and if we've got don't know what you have as far as coin, but if
I mean, we're safe at least here. Yeah, so.
Mhm.
I'm going to go check the rooms up, and Nymphis just pretty much goes into the room.
Sure.
Chills in there.
while he goes upstairs, you all, I guess, will decide on if you want a table or a booth or want to sit at the bar.
Mhm.
Set of 3 rooms on your right side, 1 room in the back, and 2 on the left. You go to the first door, put the key in, unlock it. You notice in there 2 beds and also a couch. And as you go through, it looks like there's a little wash-up area that's kind of off in the corner. That's more sectioned off, not like a separate room, but. And then in the second room, you see something similar. Empty cupboards, empty wardrobes. Looks like there's a few extra sets of sheets if you need it, and a few washcloths, but kind of just the standard offerings for a typical stay at an inn. Nothing special, nothing extra that you notice while kind of rummaging around a little bit.
Nymphis will go into the room and close the door behind him, and just this deep, tired sigh of like, while he's by himself, because he's been pulling up an act the entire time. He's still having the effects of the slightly exhausted from the rain and everything like that. He's probably like spinning it around on his finger a little bit, and then he's just like, trash. No. But he goes and walks around and sits on the first available bed and just like, okay, good thing they haven't noticed. I can do this. And he'll sit there for like a couple minutes, and then yes, he'll come back. Well, fix himself back up and goes.
Okay. All right. So for the rest of the party, what have you all decided to do? And meanwhile, Beatrice is at the bar drinking down a mug of something that she's ordered while you all are deciding.
I would have definitely joined Beatrice for a mug of whatever that something is.
You sit down. It's given the off season, it's a little bit stale. Of
Oh, it's fine. I've had stale shit before.
Kind of strong and dry as far as as kind of a mead would go, given the time of the year, but definitely hits you a little bit different than what you're accustomed to. It's not doesn't go down easy. It definitely has a little bit of a kick to it.
It's fine with me.
So what do the rest of you have you decided to do?
I'll sit at a table.
I'm gonna sit with Lily.
Okay.
I'm assuming Bella.
You find one table that could probably seat all 6 of you. That's kind of tavern side of the inn. There's a few other patrons in there. There's maybe 3 or 4 that have come in and out over the last maybe 20-30 minutes or so. So it's pretty light, but there are some other people that are going to be there for the night. As the rest of the party finds the table, Beatrice nudges you, Julian, and says, "Well, looks like we got our spot," and nudges you on over to the rest. As Nymphis, you come down, you take a look around, you find the table that everyone else is sitting at, and you head on over there, unless you want to do something else before you head back to the table.
I'll just pull out my book and start reading as I'm writing. And I'll just walk over there and sit in the corner next to them.
Okay. Are you like reading and writing as you're walking down the stairs and then in around the tables? Or
no, it's like as I step down and everything, I'll look up and I'm like, all right, that's where they're going. I see my route, and I'm start like pulling out my book and start, writing and looking at some stuff as I walk towards them.
Okay. It takes about maybe 20 seconds for you to get to get around the other tables and chairs to get to the table.
And I see my spot in the corner, and I sit.
All right.
And there are other patrons in the bar right now.
Yeah, there's 2 other at the bar. There's 2 other at a table, and then there's 1 other individual that seems to be kind of walking around.
We're completely alone here, so we can still have to keep with some kind of like decorum.
Yeah. Yeah, no one's like right next to you, so if you're trying to have kind of hush conversations, it doesn't seem like anyone's going to be eavesdropping on your.
Just in case.
Yeah. So yeah, Beatrice kind of signals for a round, kind of looking at you all, and you all take the offer on drinks.
Yeah.
Belto will pass.
No, you won't. No, you won't.
Nymphis passes as well, but he slides mine.
No.
I'll take it, but I'm sliding it when you're not paying attention. I'm sliding it to Xylet's.
Julian insists on alcohol. Well, whatever it is for everyone.
So she signals to the barman and it's about 3 or 4 minutes or so before the barman comes in and brings 6 mugs again of the mead. It's a little bit stale for those that decide to drink it. Definitely has that kick. But yeah, so Nymphis, so for you and Belto, what are you trying to do? Okay, so Nymphis is trying to slide it over to Xylith. Julian, are you going to be wanting to make sure everyone drinks their drink, or?
Oh no! I insist that everyone has it, but I'm not going to insist that everyone is drinking it. I'm not going to be going there like.
Okay.
So good.
I was honestly expecting you to just be like, no, you're getting one, so I have 2.
Well, that is the kind of thing that if after 15 minutes it becomes clear that Julian that they're not drinking it, Julian may at someone go, "You gotta finish that," and then literally just go,
yeah.
Enjoy.
No, Julian will not.
Drinks. I'm
Julian
so
will
drunk
not.
right now.
Julian will not insist on forcing people to drink.
Okay.
I'm so drunk.
Xylith, you see this mug kind of slowly eke its way over to you.
I'm gonna try to sneakily grab it from
I'm so
Nymphis.
full. Thank you so much.
Doesn't seem like anyone really cares at the moment. Belto, what are you doing with yours?
Did you want to have a second one, Julian? Is that why you were going for the full round?
Oh well.
Well, I mean, I want you to have it too. If you want it, then you have it. But
I was passing both for coin and for preference.
Okay, well, in that case, I mean,
Stanley pushes it towards you.
Yeah.
Just keep in mind, I do not have lesser restoration prepared.
I don't need it.
Beatrice looks over to you. Definitely seems starting to be a little tipsy at this point. It's like, huh? All right, buzzkill. Drink back a little bit. Take at least a sip of it. See if you like it.
He will proceed to take a sip. Respectfully, I'm good.
Yeah. Respectfully.
It's pretty foul. You haven't really.
He is good. Okay.
Julian just takes it over. I'm assuming, Rorik, are you drinking, or?
Yeah, mine's empty already. I've downed it.
you slam it down. Beatrice looks at you and is like, "You want to put some coin on? You want to put some coin?"
Oh no!
Unfortunately, I am broke.
That means you could win.
I'll hand Wilric 1 gold piece for my thing.
1 gold piece.
She signals over to the bartender, kind of almost like something's like, okay, something's going down over here.
Well, I'm definitely gonna have to prepare it in the morning.
The barman comes over and, along with the 2 beers, brings a tray of some snack type food. So there's some dried fruits, some nuts and cheeses, and dried cured meats. So she gives the barman a gold to kind of cover all the drinks and everything else. and she slaps down the mug. It's like, who's gonna count it down?
Who's all intending is Julian? Are you joining in on this?
Julian wasn't intending to. But Julian likes to drink, but there's no point drinking because Julian will win.
Okay, so Julian's in. So Ulrich, Julian, Beatrice. All right, on 3, 2, go.
All right,
I'm guessing we roll.
Constitution. Yep.
Right? Wonderful.
Check or save.
Yeah, I was about to say save or
Save.
Okay.
Save.
Constitution save.
Constitution save.
Okay.
Let me pull up her sheet information.
Okay.
Where did I put it?
Con
I
save.
haven't done a drinking
Yeah.
thing since that.
Can I
one
change to my
competition.
dice?
The first check is usually the first call for the house tends to be low, but it escalates. So we'll see how low it started.
I'm very given my +0. I'm very happy with 15. I'm okay. I'm happy with 15. All things considered.
So you
I'll-
had 15 for you?
It was just
Julian?
flat 15. Flat
Okay.
15. Because I don't have any Constitution
You
modifier.
don't have a
I
modifier.
know that.
Okay.
Modifier now. Yeah.
At least this isn't Warwick from before. I would have lost.
True. It's a whole brand new you.
Yeah, no kidding, right? All right. So all three of y'all are chugging it down. Julian, you're just passing it without a problem. Beatrice and Wilbrick seem to be struggling a little bit. Next round of Constitution saves.
Oh. 3.
Oh no. It goes up his
22.
nose.
She had 4 on that roll.
Wait, 3, 2, and
22.
oh.
So Julian had this like proud start to it, and then was like trying to chug it down too much, so it kind of choked up a little bit.
It went up his nose.
You're not out yet though, and Panda's just like, okay, I'm gonna slowly take my time, just like loosening the throat and like just letting it all come in.
Pinky out. Chug, chug, chug.
Pinky out.
The true Brit.
Next con throw or con save. Oh jeez.
Oh my
Okay,
goodness.
Okay.
Oh.
Fail it.
We're back to 15 again.
Okay.
16. Okay. She sputters and starts coughing from trying to chug it down quickly. Both of y'all are still good. Y'all are nearing the end of these mugs.
You and me, shorty!
One more Constitution save.
19.
Same.
There we go.
But wait. 22.
Well, you get 22, yeah. Yeah, you go 22.
All right, so both of y'all are downing it, and Julian, you're confident that you got this in the bag. Like you had a hiccup and you're recovering. As you go to slam down your mug, you hear the thud from Wilrick just before yours, and you're like, you got beat. And she's like, well, as she's coughing out the mead over here, a deal's a deal. And she slides the 3 gold pieces over to you.
Dang.
So
Yay, Warwick!
at this point,
After 3
Julian
years, I've got money.
Julian is going to get up and start measuring Wilwick.
Hey. Calm
Hi.
yourself, bud.
Hey, this
Oh,
is a friendly matter. Friendly matter.
No, just measuring, and then just measure that kind of like wondering where it all went.
Oh, okay.
So Rorik, you see Julian kind of stumble out of his chair a little bit, and then like frame you up, not touching you, but just like a foot away from you, just framing you up.
And then
I'll just stand
next,
up. Remember,
Okay,
I am 7 foot tall.
okay, and then we'll just go up to Wilwick and just go, where did it all go?
Can I do a perception check to see who's all listening in on us or watching?
Sure.
Anybody else in there?
Yeah.
Your dice are amazing. Thank you so much for those the gifted dice. Like your dice love me. Like I play every time I roll. This is a nat 20 already, and I'm just like, okay, taking it. I'm taking it. Your dice are amazing. They never fail me.
Well,
except
thank
for
you.
A couple ones or twos.
I'm sure that luck will run out at some point. Anyways, you do look around. There are some of the patrons that are definitely intrigued by what's going on. No one seems to be particularly
22 all the way.
Like-
By the way. Yeah.
okay, like annoyed by it or disturbed by it or like not annoyed by what's going on. But there is a figure in the corner that has come in corner kind of, well, not in the corner, on the wall between the front of the Sleepy Cub and kind of the bar area that's kind of on the opposite side of where you're at. Someone that's kind of looks like they're kind of sticking to the shadows a little bit, so they're kind of looking up and keeping their hood down. But you notice that the individual has lots of fur on them, and that there's as you get a kind of a quick look, you're trying to be inconspicuous of looking around, but you do notice that the individual has paws for hands.
I was like, good job. Well, Rick, you did great. Julian, did you want another round or anything? Want another round? I can go get you one.
Yes.
And she's like, they'll bring more. And she
Don't
sings
bring more.
for.
No,
for
it's fine.
another
We'll
one.
go to the bar. We'll grab them.
Yeah, sure. I mean, they'll bring it. They've been bringing it all night.
I
She's
scoop
definitely trying to
an
get
arm
it.
under Juliet. I was like, "Oh, you'll always get another one," and I'll whisper to him as I pull him towards the thing to the bar.
And then it was whispered in emphasis. Go. He cheated, didn't he? He cheated. He definitely cheated. Yeah, he cheated.
No, he didn't cheat. Warwick, he didn't cheat, right?
No, I like beer.
See, he didn't
Well-
cheat. He didn't cheat. And I'll whisper to him like, "There's a strange guy in the corner there. They look like they have paws for hands." Just
Okay, so
you know.
So Julian will obviously look.
Roll an intelligence check
For who?
for Julian.
I'll give him the assist he's in my hands.
Yeah, I don't need it. It's a nat 20.
You are so even though you've just pounded 3 drinks, you're still sober enough.
This happened before. If you remember, this happened on the first episode. I was.
This is true. This is actually very true. You are completely comprehensive right now. Of
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So in
They're
which
trying to see
case-
how inebriated you were, but clearly you're not inebriated at the moment.
No. I'm just happy.
Beatrice isn't not doing too bad either. 18, so she's doing okay too.
No, I'm gonna go for it. So at which point, when it says that, Julian will look over and take in the sight with everything that may entail.
If I keep another couple of rounds for us, we'll just grab it and pull it back over. Don't worry about it.
Julian will maintain eye contact as with the person in the corner. Julian will not.
While you're doing that, I'm still gonna order the beers.
You order, but Julian is definitely gonna keep looking.
Are you trying to be inconspicuous with looking, or are you just
Julian's looking.
You're just okay.
It's
You're
Julian.
just staring
I
at
see
the
you,
person.
motherfucker.
Yeah, I see you.
Yeah. Yes, Silith.
I'm gonna just nudge Belto next to me and be like, "Do you want anything else? You're not drinking anything. They can get-
I'm good.
Are you sure?"
I am. I'm not much for the drink, and I've got water.
Okay, that's all I wanted to do.
As he gets to his jug and just create one.
Oh, I know. I'm just like I instinctively just like tap the bucket. But no spell cast yet.
So, does Julian detect anything from this potential pawed animal?
Roll a perception check, please.
With anything special?
How do I
Go ahead
can
and
I
roll
assist
both.
him since I'm with him?
I'll let you know
It's
both.
smell and it's advantage for smell and
Smell and hearing is
so
the
hearing
Hearing,
wouldn't be
hearing,
there,
okay.
but smell would definitely be there.
yeah.
But okay, I'll roll it.
Yeah. So yeah.
Well, no, it's an at 20 first roll anyway. It's an at 20 first roll.
Okay. As you get closer to the individual, you can definitely tell that they're trying to be inconspicuous, and they've kind of have their head down and cloaked down. As you get closer, and they hear you coming, quick clarification: is it just you going there, and Nifis, you're going to the bar trying to give Julian space, or are you going with?
I thought Julian
to
was
this
in
figure?
my arms going to the bar with me, but he's just keeping an eye on that person as we're going. That's what I thought we were doing.
I haven't moved towards the person, but it is. I'm not making it.
Okay,
I'm not making it inconspicuous that I'm quite clearly looking at this person. So if they look at me, I will.
Staring across.
So you're at the bar with
Gotcha.
me.
Yes.
Looking at
But I am not.
Yeah.
I am literally like if he locks eyes with me, I'm going to see it.
Okay. Seeing you all head towards the bar, you do kind of get that there's a little bit of and you see these kind of muddy yellow eyes just staring right back at you as the head kind of tilts up and gets to the point where it just comes underneath the hood that they're wearing. You look a little bit closer at their features. He puts a paw up on the table, covered in dark brown fur with kind of white highlights in some areas. Putting it out there kind of in a neutral stance, so you don't see any of the nails kind of out or anything, but definitely trying to show his identity to you. You don't get any familiar recognition off of the individual specifically, but there is
No
a
smell,
familiar
anything like that.
smell
Oh,
to
there
you.
is a familiar smell.
Like, okay, you probably are acquainted with this person, but you can't quite identify them, whether it's been either a long time or maybe that's part of a memory that you've forgotten or a traumatic experience or something. But by the body language that they're exuding, he's trying to subtly make you aware that he knows you're there and that he's aware that you're aware of him and that he's open for a discussion.
Okay. Julian is going to make it clear in his own way that he has understood the signal and will come and speak with him later. That will basically do that. Either a paw across the chest or something like that to say, right, okay, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Just we'll also reveal a paw with no sharp nails or anything like that to say like, yes, okay.
Yeah, so you kind of bring your paw up and just kind of hold it there with kind of a relaxed grip.
Yep.
Before kind of continuing straight over to the bar with Nymphis to get your drink.
Yes. Yeah. At which point then the eye contact will drop.
Ooh, Julian got a hookup.
Shut up.
So you see the barman pouring a couple more of the mugs of mead and puts 3 out on the table for you to take back with you. One's probably for Beatrice at this point.
I'll pay, and then
you put 6 silver out on the table.
Yep. Oh my god, we're going through all the money today.
Julian will. So as Nimbus, have you moved away from the bar yet?
I will move when you move. Don't worry.
Okay. So Julian will ask Nymphus to carry 2 of them back, and Julian will take 1 back and say, "I'll follow you."
Okay. I shall do that.
And as Julian's doing that, say, "And also 1 for the guy in the corner," and we'll drop an extra 3 silver on the counter.
Okay. He takes it, and as you sit down, you see the barman put the mug over on the table. There is pretty stoic, but he looks up and acknowledges the barman, and then it is just takes the mug in paw and just kind of sits there for a little bit, kind of taking in the surroundings as far as you can tell.
Mm-hmm.
And when you come back, you hear the story. And that's how I got myself stuck out here and all of this crazy magical stuff. Being kind of young and impressionable, like to go out and see the world, and definitely seen some strange things of the world thought I would never see. So how'd you all get out here? I'm assuming Elfrost wasn't your first stop before you all came together and everything. How'd you lot come together? You all have a name or something, or go by a call sign? You all have some crazy stories of your own?
Oh, here's the beers. I brought back.
Just quickly checking, because obviously, Belto, Wilwick, and Xylith were here. Was there any important backstory that needed to be heard? Because obviously, you're saying as we return, we hear that. Was there anything else given to Belto, Xylith, or Wilwick at that time?
Turns out
maybe
she's a millionaire.
Oh, fuck!
And she produces cheese. My God. Sorry.
And she's like, how do you not produce cheese? I might have somewhat of a wealthy background, but cheese is for the... I don't know what the cheese is for. It's not my thing.
Okay.
I mean, it would
Okay.
with bread, it's fine, but cheese on its own, that's a little weird.
Here's your drink.
With my passive insight of 16, how much of this is bullshit?
Well, it's yours.
I mean, she's being reserved and honest, but she's kind of telling you a little bit just of her backstory, and she's natively from Elfrost and kind of being in a little bit more of a wealthy noble family, not entirely like in the up and ups, but definitely has connections and this is how she kind of got into working a little bit higher up in the Elfrost leadership, and how she got this assignment out here. It's like, hey, we got this spry young person that's wanting to go do stuff here.
Yeah,
is basically what happened. It's like, we don't want to deal with this, so here you
names that I might know.
Well, you weren't there for the names part, so I don't think any of the names would have stuck out to Belto, Wilric, or Xylith at this point.
I was just saying, for me, the names would only pretty much be the council members.
Yeah. But yeah, being the young elf and wanting to like prove her worth, she got stuck with this assignment basically.
Is this like her first mission, or?
Yeah, it's one of my first assignments outside of Elfrost. Did a lot of paper pushing growing up and lots of learning and education, but this is my first real assignment outside of the kingdom, of the capital.
So cool. You're doing great.
In the deep end.
Thanks. Definitely wasn't sure how things were going to go until you lot came around, so thank you for that. Thought I was going a little crazy there until you all showed up.
Yeah, well,
I was a little concerned that you were on your own for so long, but the fact that you've been both surviving and researching as much detail as you claim to have gotten, it's just impressive.
It's been a few months since I've been out here. It's enough about me. How about you all? What's with the group?
Oh, we mostly mentioned that upon meeting you, regarding why we're.
Oh, with the crazy lot like you, there's got to be some.
Can I insight checker?
I love
Can I
drunk
insight
checkers.
checker right now?
Sure.
Damn, that's a 5.
Like, she's definitely a loose drunk compared to her very kind of upfront stoic self when she's sober. She's definitely like letting loose with the drinks a little bit. But
meanwhile, Belto internally panicking. Do not say red shirt out loud. Do not say red shirt out loud.
Julian will therefore take this opportunity to ask, like, so, where do you go on those nights when you leave us alone? What are you doing? Just smiling and happily asking that.
Well, your friend there, he almost tried to break into my house up on the treetops, and
She lives up in the treetop area. She just has her own home nearby, so I figured that's what it was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but,
hunkered down and
yeah, but what about down in the cave? I mean, like, you were gone, and there were noises. I was like,
Well,
you all were fine. There's nothing to worry about.
I
Sure, there's
agree.
some of the weird magic stuff,
I
but
was.
that's tame compared
I
to some of
agree.
the
Why
other
sleep
stuff that
next
I've
to
seen.
some strangers in the cave while you have your own bed, like 5 meters of down the area in the cave in the treetop? So it's
In the cave? You have a bed in the cave?
no.
You do realize we took 6 hours to get here. It's not going to be 6 hours to get back
I'm
to my
talking
home.
about when we're over in the cave in the area. But yeah,
I mean, I got my little abode up there. It does me nice. Anyways, enough about me. What about you all? I hadn't seen a wolf person before. That's a new one.
Yeah. We don't come this far north usually. Let's be honest.
I see. I mean, I heard of you before, but I didn't actually see one in person before.
Sir
You not a good one
Julian.
either.
Thank you. I mean, I guess.
As she says, not a bad one. I step between between Sir Julian and her. Oh, yeah. He's very well known. He's got a lot of medallions in his past wars and trivia. Yeah, if you're totally interested, I can totally
Oh, you're a warrior, huh?
Oh, yeah, he's the best one I've ever seen. I can, right? Being wingman.
So we got a decorated soldier in the midst. So
Oh,
what?
yeah, he's the best. He's the best.
Yeah,
You
Julian
retired? You
will-
get discharged? You have a fun war story to talk about?
Retreat.
Oh no.
We'll retreat into his proverbial shell. Yeah,
I guess that was a sore subject. How about the rest of y'all? I don't know how much longer I'm gonna last before I gotta go pass out. So make the stories good while you're at it.
I grew up in the mountains, got a vision to go on a quest, and hi, here I am.
Oh, you're one of the visionary types. We got several of those up in Elfrost. Sometimes I wonder if their head's screwed on right, but some of them seem to be pretty good. Eileen is one of them, and I have to give her credit where credit is due.
Vision's what led me to her. So,
I see. You two a thing?
what?
I'm just joshing you. I'm just trying to lighten up a little bit. You cleric types are always so serious.
I mean,
Just like side eyes over at, like the rest of the group, like,
We're not helping you.
like
are you a
joke,
thing?
do we have a doppelganger?
Are you a thing?
No.
You never know. I mean,
I'm vibing with her, and I'm going off of her drumness to hype up more things. So I'm just like having fun doing that on the side.
I'm definitely gonna need to prepare Lester Restoration in the morning. Otherwise, there will be some bad hangovers, it seems.
Yeah, Julian is just gonna, after that question, just gonna lightly just push the drink towards you, just in case.
for two, Belto or
Belto.
okay.
No, he's saying he's gonna have to prepare it for everybody else.
Well, I guess if y'all don't have any stories, I can.
I have stories. I have plenty of stories. I just don't want to. I just want to let everyone else talk first.
What stories?
Tell your story.
The rest of the party over here seems to be a party buzzkill, so I don't know.
Warwick
Maybe
has some great stories to tell too.
Oh yeah,
Do you remember them?
you got some.
No, I don't.
You got some past. I guess you got some tiefling. Have you been to the hells, or were you from this plane normally?
Well, I don't remember. That's all. I hit my head. I've lost all my memory. I can't remember.
Oh, well. Wow.
Well, definitely seems like I guess your group's kind of not the talkative type then, I guess.
We decided to keep it 100% between all of us at all times.
Inside
We're the
check.
best group
On
ever.
who?
Geo.
On Memphis?
Nymphis.
No, on the player, not the character.
I'll roll 2 then.
What is this session?
Filler.
Fun.
16.
What are you
16.
trying to get insight on?
If what he just said about everyone being fully honest with one another, if that is the truth, because obviously he's been.
Is what Nymphis perceives as true.
So Nymphis, roll a deception check. Ah! Finally gave out.
That's a 7 on the die plus 1. So that's 8.
His jovial, happy self isn't normal. He definitely is trying to act happy and jovial like his normal self, but there's something off about how he's acting. Like it's like he's trying to hide that everything's okay, but you get the sense that there's something else that might be bothering him that he's trying to hide.
Okay, I'll just lean back and finish whatever drink I have in my hand.
But yeah, we've done all kinds of cool things. I fought a giant purple worm. We had a friend that we used to travel with us. We lost them for some weird reason. I don't know. As soon as we hit Elfrost, but yeah, I saved him from a worm. That's a good story, right?
That's definitely a curious
Yeah, he
one.
got eaten. It was funny.
Just gonna insight check you on that.
We saved him out of his stomach and everything. He didn't die.
Roll a persuade. Roll a persuasion. Because at this point, because of how everyone else is being quiet, she's starting to like disbelieve your stories.
Oh, okay. So,
I was just trying to let things happen.
persuasion plus 4. Okay, so that is a 10.
10.
Yeah.
I mean, purple worms are definitely a little bit more exotic, and given some of the magical weirdness that's been going on, I can definitely see that happening.
Yeah, and it was weird because there's like as we're traveling, we had these weird dryad things attack us too, out of the blue. It was just
that's not out of the blue. That's just a general
unfortunately
defense
normal
around
around
the Elfrost. Yeah, like your fellow said. That's yeah.
it was my first time seeing some.
Hey, it's the first of everything.
Yeah.
Well, I'll leave you to it then. You all seem like you'd rather be on your own. So I don't mean to be a bother.
Okay.
See you all in the
You're
morning.
not.
So she goes over to the bar and starts talking to the barman. You hear them kind of just talking it up and hear big laughs every now and then from them.
Well, this is great. This is our first time socializing like this in a while. It feels good to kind of let loose a little bit.
Just
Yeah.
thinking about the last
The
time we were
one
in a
person trying to
tavern.
socialize with you and like the majority of the party's just like, nope.
I can't really say anything. I don't remember.
I'm trying to make sure she doesn't leak anything that was said in confidence when we were back in her area of the woods.
I think Julian would have socialized. She just picked the wrong topic.
But it's getting late, so I'm gonna go back up to the room, guys. I'll text you later.
I'm going to message Belto, like, keep an eye on him.
On who?
You'll get a flash
Wait,
of
do
a
you have
look
the telepathy
back over
too?
to you.
If
Yeah,
you
he has the
message-
message cantrip.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's just
cool.
going to message him on WhatsApp.
Yeah. I'll pull out my iPhone.
We have
and
Bluetooth chat.
No, I'll cast message, should I say? And
BBM.
yeah, and like keep an eye on them. Something's not right.
Wow, you just pulled BBM out of your.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know you're old when.
You know you're old, Wen.
Yeah.
Blackberry, for those who didn't get the reference.
Yes.
Phasers.
Xylus is gonna step outside to get some air beside Gerald in the cart
Okay.
before going.
So that leaves Julian, Belto, and Wilrick at the table.
Mhm.
Julian's
Well-
been slowly nursing his drink. Not lugging it down. Slowly nursing.
Okay.
So there is still drink left. Surprisingly.
Well,
You'll get back. The telepathy. You say weird. Weird in what way? What's off?
I'll quickly look to Julian, look back, and do message again, and be like, it seems like he's not actually all right. Like his normal happy self is an act.
Very slight nod, and then he'll just like lean back a little bit to think, while you guys get back to your conversation.
Rock, paper, scissors, Julian. Let's go.
Okay. Okay, we go. Sorry. Someone count it down. Someone count it down. So that's
Rock,
it.
paper,
I'm not there.
scissors, shoot. Scissors and scissors.
Right, yeah.
Oh no, I'll do this for them.
Yeah, I'll do this first. No, it's up there. Yeah, hang on, yeah.
Yeah,
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh well.
Hey!
Boulder, parchment, shears.
Oh yeah, I should have done that.
That is Boulder Parchment Shears.
I got you on this one.
Don't worry. It was a fluke, that one.
Yeah, you're drinking when was a fluke.
So, are you okay,
All right.
Julian?
Oh yeah.
Well, okay.
Drinking.
I think I'll go retire for the night. It's gonna take me a while to take the armor off, anyways. I believe Nymphus had both keys, so I'm gonna go check in with him.
No, I left when I came down. I left the keys with one of you guys for your rooms.
One of the
Okay.
keys, yeah.
Okay,
Did we choose room destination?
No, we didn't. I mean, we're just gonna crawl into whatever room. I think there's
Oh,
only.
well.
Julian will turn to Willock and go, "Well, let me keep you on, buddy. Just gotta, just slowly peter around and maybe pee outside for a bit. The usual stuff. Just
Fair enough. You do you. You do you.
All right, so Belto, are you walking upstairs to Nymphus? Or are you just gonna take
Yeah,
the key?
especially since we're splitting rooms, so I'll leave the key down with the other batch so they can have that one, and I'll go up and since I need to see, I can't use the telepathy thing. Nymphus would have told us which rooms, right?
Mhm.
I'm assuming you would have told you which
Okay.
rooms. Yes.
Yep.
So I'll knock on the first option. Nymphus, are you in there? I left the other key with the others, so I think I'm ready to retire.
Are you in the
Since
first room
we're
or second
all
room?
split
Which one?
rooms.
Which one did you pick?
None of the rooms actually.
Oh.
Getting no
So
response.
you knock. You don't hear anything in the first room.
Okay, he's not in this one. Repeat.
No response.
It's out already. I will test each one, see if either of them are unlocked. But I presume both
I'm
are
assuming
locked.
you didn't go to
I just
either of
didn't
the
go
rooms.
into any of the rooms.
Okay.
They're both are locked.
They both are locked.
Hmm. Either. But we're splitting the rooms, so he shouldn't have. He'll go back down and see if there was one or two keys at the table.
Both keys
Okay.
are there.
You sly son of a bitch.
None of you guys are.
Oh yeah, no. This is perfect for this to be realizing character. Seeing both keys down there.
Can you
I'll
DM
just
me
look
what
to
you're
Ulrich.
what you're doing, Nymphis, just so I
I
can
can totally do
Yeah,
that. I was
play-
waiting
play-
for it.
play it out?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
While you're sending that message, he'll take a look around the bar just to make sure nobody's like clearly trying to eavesdrop. You mean make a perception or just leave it?
Perception.
Okay. I got a 12.
12.
There.
No one seems out of the ordinary to be looking. There's patrons that kind of look around every now and then, just as general perusing. But you do notice the one individual that Nymphis and Julian had kind of looked at before, but nothing in particular about him. Just kind of seems to be minding their own business.
And I was distracted with Beatrice's story, so I don't have the full context of that anyways. So,
Exactly.
anyways, he said he went upstairs, but... And he just like looks at the two keys, looks to Ulrich. Your intuition is not lost in your memory. And he will say that aloud, but low, wide enough.
Would I be able to hear it?
Oh yeah, so we can both hear it.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
saying it so that those at
We
the
can
table.
hear it.
Well, the only one left at the table is Warwick right
Oh
now.
yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You and Warwick.
right,
Julian went outside.
I went to go
outside.
pee.
right.
Feeding Gerald his nighttime
So,
treats. And
because
looking
there
up
was
at
only
the
one person
Starfield
here
sky for
anyways,
once.
I will use the telepathy to message you to make sure I'm not overheard. Then I forgot about that content. Sorry. Wilrick.
There's no one
he'll just
close
sit
by
back
enough
down
to
and-
eavesdrop.
He'll put his hand over by the two keys and be like, kind of difficult for him to get into a room without either of the keys unless he picked the lock and then relocked it afterwards.
Remember, he has that weird ability to go into his ring, and he uses his familiar to move it around.
That's why I'm trying not to worry right now.
He seemed
If he's
very
not
much off.
with us, then where has he gone?
I don't know how long he's been feeling. Well, he's been acting alright, but what could have changed in the past few days?
Beyond what happened with you with the items, as well as the fight with the Duragar. And this is still with the telepathy.
Yeah.
I'm not certain myself unless you had something happen the other night. I had something happen. Was there more?
I think we'll be a fool to think that everyone's saying at least the full picture. But if they all share, they'll share.
Hopefully. I don't want to be right about this, but if secrets are still being kept when we said we would be more open with each other, I hope we will earn their faith and trust in time.
For now, we just need to keep an eye on Nymphis.
Yeah, he's
Let's
not
see,
in sight
yeah.
anywhere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The irony is not lost.
We can always
Keep an eye on
check in with him in the morning. If he doesn't show up, then we start searching for him. It's simple as that.
Let's see.
If he's hoping to get alone time with his abilities, using his ring, hopefully that is the case. Maybe he just needs time for himself.
Yeah, very much. Yeah. But anyway, the other two are outside.
So then he'll swap to out loud. I'm gonna take a walk, make sure everything's situated in the wagon, hunker down and all that, and keep an eye out.
No, I'll just stay at the table, just drinking.
Make sure you don't lose. You know what? I'm just gonna take one of these keys just in case.
You keep the key. Don't worry.
There's 2 keys.
Oh yeah. Wait, what?
that.
Perfect.
I think I'm gonna go give 1 key to Xylith. Are you gonna be here for a little bit longer?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Very well. I'll give 1 key to Xylith. I'll hold on to the other one, and this way we can make sure the rooms are available for when our compatriots are done with their other businesses.
Yeah. Okay.
And he's gonna take a walk out, do what he said about just making sure everything's strapped down in the carriage, nothing's been attempted to be looted or anything, and then probably just like do just a walk around the town, clear his mind as he fiddles with his holy symbol, / keeping an eye out for any possible signs of nits.
Okay. Roll a perception, please.
Okay. And this is gonna be over the course of a while, so
Yeah.
we can resolve it later.
Yeah.
9.
9. You see Xylith out there taking care of Gerald, petting him down. You manage to see him brushing Gerald down with a brush on his mane, and Gerald seems to be liking it. You see Julian kind of just strutting around every once in a while, raising his leg.
Nope, just gonna keep going.
Yep. He seems to be kind of like almost in this rhythm of what you assume. I'm assuming you would have told Belto at some point, like what you did in Valpor, right?
What? Oh, right.
Like your
Yeah.
background there.
Belto. I'm pretty sure Belto knows. Yes, Belto knows that I was like.
So you probably assume that there's some kind of just like
Yeah.
innate, like, okay, he's
Yeah,
doing rounds, like circle in the bed. He's
Yeah.
kind of doing a round.
He's in a perimeter.
Yes.
So that's basically what he's doing right now. But no sign of Nyx from what you can see at the moment.
All right. We'll let anything else resolve well. I'm doing all that.
Yep. Xylith, as you're taking care of Gerald, you get a chance to just kind of see clear skies for once, and you kind of look up and just every once in a while kind of have a thought of the dream from the previous night. Like, is what Histrin said in the dream, was it actually a dream? And you're reminded of the note that you had written and that you wanted to give to Nymphis to send off with Nyx. You go and try to look for them. You can't find them anywhere. So you go up to the barman and ask if there's a way that they can have something mailed. And he says that, yeah, the post comes around every couple of days. That if it's something that can be delivered, then would be happy to deliver it. So do you want to have it mailed for a silver, or do you want to wait for Nyx to be available? Probably
Since
slower.
we're staying the
but-
night anyway, I'm gonna wait and see if
Okay.
Nyx and Nymphis show up.
Okay. So you say, thanks, but I think I'll wait. I have a quicker way of possibly doing it. So he's like, no problem. Be here if you need it delivered. So as you kind of walk around outside, kind of making sure Gerald's okay, seems to be kind of settling in with the other horses. It seems like 1 or 2 of the other horses have left, so there's 2 other ones that seem to be maybe going to stay there for the night as well. So Gerald has company. You get him all settled, putting a blanket over him, and then you see Belto come over to you and hand you one of the keys.
I'm gonna ask him and be like, "What are you doing out here? I thought you were going to the room."
Well, both keys were on the table and the doors were locked.
Oh. I mean, I just tried to look for Nymphis, but I couldn't find him. I just assumed he was upstairs.
Hopefully he's just doing his thing with Nits and his ring, but we won't know for a few hours at least. Unless we can find either of them. I've looked around a little bit. I haven't seen anything. I'm going to keep looking for a little bit.
Okay, I'll look with you before we go in.
Okay.
Very well.
Roll a perception check for me, please, Xylith.
Yeah.
10. You notice Julian also doing his kind of rounds around the town. You do not see any six.
Okay.
Julian, after I guess some amount of time, how long are you gonna be kind of doing the charade outside?
I mean, preferably until Belto and Xylith at least have headed inside and preferably to bed.
Okay.
But, if that doesn't seem to happen for at least half an hour to an hour, then Julian will just head back inside.
Okay.
At some point just before you would head back inside, especially since we both have the keys. We would have done the small patrol, but not seen much. Belter would have headed back earlier than probably Xylith, unless Xylith also called it at the same time.
Yeah, I pretty much just follow
Just be like-
Belto.
All right. Yeah. Not wanting the rest of the group to be locked out of the rooms, I'd head in when it seems like somebody else is. So, yeah. Seems we're damn ready to retire.
As you head in, you do hear kind of a yell from across the way. Oi! You look over and it's the blacksmith. It's like, got your sword done. If you want to come and take a look at it before you retire for tonight, see if it meets your expectations.
Oh, that was
This is
fun.
Xylith. For you.
Gonna run over.
He said it'd be done tonight, so.
Yep.
And it's been a couple of hours since you all were.
Yeah.
The swords are fast. The forming of the shield out of the part of the material is going to be the time-consuming bit.
Right.
Oh, okay. I thought they were gonna both be done tomorrow. I missed them. Okay.
Now, the sword he said he would get done tonight. It was the shield that he said would be
Yeah.
sometime tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go talk to the blacksmith.
So and I think you just gave. Did you give him?
Yeah.
Okay. It's like I cleaned up some of the rest for you and redid the hilt, and he shows off kind of the hilt where there was the leather strap around it, and you see it all kind of polished and shiny where it was kind of dull before. You run your finger along the edges, and it definitely has its sharpness back.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like anything I could really do to improve it, just kind of tidy and upkeep, but I think it should serve its purpose.
Oh no, this is so much better. I'm gonna examine it.
You take a piece of clothing, like a little piece of leather, and you do kind of the cut test, and it takes a little bit, but it's cutting a lot better than it used to.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is so cool. I'm gonna just stick out my hand, shake his hand.
Happy to have a customer, and thank you for the ore. I think we might have some extra to maybe do something a little special with it. So,
What are you gonna do?
come back with your friend in the morning. Once I have his shield done, I'll have a little something for you as well to throw on top of it.
Oh, okay.
Wonderful. Thank you for that generosity in return.
Certainly.
Mm.
All right, and you all head back inside. Julian, this is as you're kind of rounding kind of the flat area that this town is in, around by the horses. You see Belto and Xylith head in. Roll a perception check for me, please.
It's a nat one.
You're just kind of doing your own thing. You're kind of in your state of mind that you used to be in Valport, just kind of securing the area at night, and you're content with it. Nothing seems out of the ordinary. You're at this point, you're just kind of going through the motions. So you head inside where, after you see Xylith and Belto walk in.
Okay.
You do see Wilrick still at the table, kind of sitting stupor over a mug a little bit. Seems like he's kind of deep in thought about something at the moment. No sign of Nymphis, but the other figure is still there.
I think it's a good time to go to the bar and order 2 more drinks. for me and my newfound buddy.
All right, so put 4 silver down.
Only 4 now. Okay, sure.
Well, it's 2 silver per.
I thought it was 3.
I think I did multiples of 2 before.
Oh, well, I'll take the 4 silver. It's all good. Yeah, done.
All right, so
Reaching
you
the
head
bottom
over.
of the barrel.
Yeah, it's the
If it
direction.
did change.
I mean, with how it tastes, it's like it's
Um,
definitely kind of
yeah.
off season and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seeing him, Julian go to the bar. I'll leave my room unlocked, so when
Yeah.
you're done, just don't take too long. All right.
Are you saying that
You.
too?
Julian.
Oh, okay, to me. Okay, yeah.
All right. You grab the 2 drinks and head over to the mysterious figure.
Rich, you retiring?
Yeah. Why not?
You retiring or staying? Okay.
I am too. I'm gonna sleep.
So Belto and Xylith head upstairs. Panda, you're gonna work on, I'm guessing, downing the rest of your mug, kind of just finishing it before you head up. All right.
Yep.
While you're doing that, Julian, you head over to the hooded figure. How do you approach the table?
Given that we have already, made contact, is just going to just sit down, not forcefully, just sit down gently opposite, and slide the drink across the table.
As you slide the drink across the table, he waits for you to kind of retract your paw, and he reaches out to the mug. Not a place I would expect to find you.
Likewise. So, we're going to dispense with the hood, or you're going to leave me guessing?
Given the kind of territory in and not knowing who's around, I'd rather keep things hidden as much as possible. However, would be more than happy to exchange pleasantries. I'm guessing by your reaction you're not entirely sure who I am, but I know who you are.
Oh, I could tell. I could tell you knew who I am. And I know that I know you. But I don't know why.
Yes, I'd like to keep myself hidden. You probably know me by some other names. However, you can call me Frowley.
Please spell. Please spell.
Fowley, Fowley.
F-O-W-L-E. I completely spelled that wrong. What the fuck? Okay. Fowley. Cool. Yeah, got it.
Fowley.
Fowley. Newfound friend. Please continue.
I have to say, for someone such as your rank, it's hard to see you out here kind of in the slums area. Kind of far away from home, aren't you? Although most of us are after the losses of some that we've had to endure.
You don't know the half of it.
Oh, I'm familiar with your story. How you were
Where was
betrayed.
yours? Where was your story? Where did your story take you?
Mine's a little bit more political, shall we say. And I'm trying to hide from some of those other unsavory folk. I'm sure you've had your fair share with some of the political types.
Of you? You could say that, yes.
They do have their value, though, especially when it comes to information. Sure, they're a pain to put up with, but they do have their worth.
And not as useful as people make them out to be, that's for damn sure.
You're that right. But I'm surprised to see you here, especially with those of other kin, those you travel with.
Yeah, well, I couldn't exactly just
drink myself to death in Valpor now, could I?
So that's where you ran off to.
I wouldn't say ran off to. I would say there was a fucking hole in my throat. Or maybe you haven't heard by my fucking voice.
I heard you were betrayed. I did not know what the injuries were.
And Julian will just lean back, just to show.
And he looks up to kind of see through the hood, and you get better facial features after he looks up. Now that some of the lights kind of coming in, and you hear him say, "I'm familiar. No, not in the same place." And you see this big scar on one side of their face, batted under some of the darker, kind of looks dark gray, but you see it's kind of brown mixed in, especially that you've seen his paws that have a little bit more of the darker brown to it.
Okay.
You're not the only one who knows betrayal. Granted, when you try to get close and get information, it can certainly lead to some backstabbing. There are those that are looking for you.
Do tell. Who would be on the lookout for me?
It's hard to say. Ever since I myself was betrayed, it's hard to get information out of the higher ranking officials, as it were. Some of them have battered down and have gone into hiding and stacked themselves against bunkers, and there's some that are still out there trying to fight what's left of the fight. McPherson was but a pawn in the grander scheme, it seems.
Don't talk to me about that, man.
He is but one keg. Or spoke on the wheel. Keg.
I was about to say one keg. Like,
are we drunk?
He's one grain of powder in the head of its
Yes.
black powder.
He's only but one spoke in the wheel of our betrayal. And I'm still trying to put together the pieces. But definitely be wary of those who you may associate with. I think you don't have any. I think you're wise enough to know that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so at this point.
So what brings you out here to Sleepy Cub? It's kind of ways from Valpor.
Yeah, well, this band of... Well, I would have said idiots and losers before, but, I've grown accustomed to them. I'll call them misfits now, yeah. Misfits would be... Thank you, random, ethereal noise. Yes, band of misfits. Yeah, they stumbled into Valpor, saying about wishes and dreams and rad shards and whatever, but you know what? They needed some guidance, and yeah, I thought, why the hell not? At the end of the day, what could happen? I die. Oh no, what a shame.
Well, if anything, it's nice to see you back up on your feet. I know it's hard for warrior types to not stay on their feet for very long. So the fact that you're up and moving around, it's a good sign.
Let me ask you something. Did you break yours, or do you still have it?
He kind of reaches in and like briefly shows it enough for you to kind of get a glimpse of it, to try to kind of like not reveal it to anyone else.
okay.
It has its usefulness. I feel that usefulness and that allegiance is... I question its value sometimes.
Don't we all? Mine's long gone.
Well, there are those of us who have not forgotten you. And we hope that one of these days our kin can rejoin and be whole once again. there's an evil in this land that just seems to keep keeping us apart.
Yeah. So where are we mostly holed up then?
There's a few of us that are held up in the mountains closer to the snow peaks. It's a bit of a hike, but we found some refuge there amongst some dragonborn.
Yeah, they can be interesting creatures.
Yes, strangely devoted to their cause and a certain sense of nobility, which kind of aligns with I feel like our kin quite a bit. There's still
Yeah.
several scattered amongst the continent. Our numbers are few, but there are some other pockets as well. There's also another group that seems to have settled kind of in the some of the sandy dunes to the south as well. Those are only two kind of main ones that I'm aware of, trying to keep out of civilization. Try to maybe stick to the shadows until we can find our way again.
I don't think things will ever get back to the way they were, but
Well, there's a hope in trying to rebuild some of what we had. Anyways, you probably have a long journey ahead. If you remember the name Brunscuff. And
If I remember the name Runscuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
that's all you need to know. And he puts 2 silver on the table and leaves. And you take a while to just rack your brain on what the name Brunscuff means, if anything.
Oh, Brunscuff.
Brunscuff.
Okay, no, not Run.
Brunscuff. Brunsk or SCUFF.
Okay, yes, I had it as Run. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Roll a history check, please.
History. Do I have anything for that? Yes, I do. It's 21.
21. Trying to just kind of get your head through a little bit of the inebriation that you kind of thrust upon yourself with the drinking contest. It takes you a few minutes, but you realize that Brunscuff was one of the informants that you used to try to like during the battles to have background information on kind of enemy stuff, and Brunscuff was one of the pen names that you would get from some of the intel that you got, and theirs seemed to be a little obscure at time, but sometimes the more reliable intel that you would receive.
Okay.
And as you realize this, you look at the entrance and you don't see Fowley anywhere.
Okay. Do I mean,
You can get up to
do
try
I
to
think that Fowley...
go pursue, or
No, I mean... No, do I think that this is Fowley has just disappeared, like, into thin air, or gone out the door?
probably safe to assume that they just left, but you're not
Okay.
entirely sure.
Okay. Okay. No, I won't pursue.
Okay. Wilbert, while you're there downing the rest of your mead, in kind of your somewhat inebriated state, you hear a voice. Well, my child, it seems like you've seen my little gift that I left for you. And you look up, and you see an avatar of Asmodeus sitting beside you at the table. You like the little trinket that I dropped off for you?
I sure did.
Oh, I'm sure you'll be quite accustomed to it. If you remember a little bargain. Although I'd add a little spice in there, so the thing that's permanently affixed to you now has some benefit to it. Don't worry about the demon that was trapped in there. I've got other plans for them.
I'll just turn my head like, okay.
Yeah. That little trinket that you found on that Duegar definitely had its use, but once I saw that you had collected it, I thought you might have better use for it, and thought a little bit of protection would be helpful for you.
Definitely at this state, yeah.
I see you've gotten quite accustomed to your friends.
To some. More than others, but yes.
Anyways, you're doing good. You're getting closer. It'll just be a matter of time, I think, before we can get things settled. You like the pendant, though? Got a little nice little flair to it.
Well, I can't see anymore, but it did look.
He kind of waves
Quite
over you,
dazzling.
and you see the pendant appear on you.
It's quite nice. I think it brings out my eyes.
I knew there was something that I liked about you. And he waves it back, and it disappears.
Fair enough.
If you need to talk to me, this is a nice little kind of one-way little messaging thing as well. If there's anything you need to share when I'm, maybe distracted by some other world events going on, this whole Radnarok thing, multiple people are looking for it. There's other powers that looking for it too. Just keep this in mind if you have any urgent or pressing needs, and we'll make sure it's taken care of.
I'll keep that in mind. I'll just look around to see if anyone's
this is something that's like. So is this happening like as a still moment, like in a bubble cloud?
It's a mental image.
No, but no. I know I can't see Asmodeus, but do I see Wilwick talking to empty space?
This is taking place while you're talking to.
It's taking place. Okay, that's fine. I wouldn't pay attention. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I wouldn't.
As far as you can tell, well, roll a perception check will work, please.
Yep.
It's like we're all agents for a different branch of people just working together.
20.
But what will
20.
happen at the end?
If you're
strangely enough, it seems like no one is aware of you or Asmodeus or this conversation. Everyone's just seems to be willingly or how so just ignorant of what's going on with you and Asmodeus.
I'll just get back at just focused again then.
Yeah.
Just get focused, see if there's any more information or.
Yeah. Just wanted to check in on my favorite child.
Oh, you flatter me. You flatter me, sir. Everything seems to be progressing in an interesting manner with these people, but
Indeed.
carry on.
Well, here's a little token to leave you with, and he leaves a piece of cheese with you, just kind of as a little subtle reminder in your not poor state.
Yeah, and then I just put my head in my hand like, oh, all right, okay.
I think you'll like this particular one. It's got some heat to it.
I'll pick it up on the map.
Hmm.
Great.
Project.
No.
The current mindset of Wilwick is like, why do I put up with this? But then you get the heat of some kind of like kind of sensation, and it's like, you know, I hate cheese,
Not bad.
but I'll take it. And in a flash, from your perspective, as Modius disappears, and as kind of the back to normal work, you're like, ha 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 ha.
Oh no, I'll look
And
around.
Julian, as you get up, you're looking back at Warwick, and you just see him huffing and puffing.
Maybe you should have a drink.
Good idea.
Another.
Another. I'll grab one last one. I'll use the gold. What's the
2 silver.
difference between
That's
gold?
10
Two
silver
So
silver.
to 1 gold.
8 silver. 8 silver back.
Oh, 1 second.
It's a 1 to 10 ratio. You spend 1 gold, you get 8 silver back
Okay.
because of it
Cool.
costing 2 for a drink.
All right.
What did I do?
So
But
minus 1
everything
gold plus 8 silver.
Yeah. It's fine.
Okay.
Sorry, for some reason on my screen it went to 200 gold, but no.
Oh, damn!
It's fine. It's fine. Well, damn! I found a money glitch in Baldur's Gate. Oh no!
Or your sugar daddy over there is looking you up.
I need some money in my bank account.
You're touching where the little stone is.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey. Can I get your credit?
You know that's
your
not what you're
credit
supposed to
card
use this for. But here, you hear a clink in your side pocket, and you got 5 gold.
That's amazing. All right. Thank you. That's
Best
safe.
magical
All right,
item
yeah.
ever.
Okay, I'll just down
5 gold,
new
5 gold,
tankard.
5 gold.
Yeah, 5 gold per day.
All right.
Damn right.
So Julian and Wilrick, as you all head upstairs. Also, I guess Belto. I'm assuming which room is Zalith and Belto did you pick to, I guess, go into?
I just would have gone in the first
Okay.
one, I guess, because I also said I'd leave it unlocked.
So Zalith is in the second one. So Julian and Wilrick, you all head upstairs. You check both doors. You see Belto in the first one and Zalith in the second one. What do y'all do?
I'll turn to Junior. Where would you like to stay tonight? With who, shall I say?
I'll be the scissors.
Fair enough. You got me.
Boulder, paper, shears,
Come on.
shoot.
That didn't
No,
work. Hold on.
Alright.
Can you just do rock, paper, scissors?
Okay. Boulder, paper, shears, shoot. Boulder, paper, shears, shoot.
Hey!
Hey.
Parchment
Wilrick got it.
wins.
So you can choose.
Oh no! I'll let you choose.
I knew that was happening too because it's like, okay, they didn't establish who's going to be in which
So
room.
Wilrick, you choose
Whoever
which room you're
wins,
going
it
to
is
be
literally
in.
just the who chooses.
I'll close my eyes, turn really fast, and then go into one random room.
You go in the
See
second
if
room. You
we're
go
odds
in the
or
room with
evens.
Silent.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go in door number 1.
And behind door number 1.
You have a goat!
I walk in, I trip up over my own foot, like, ooh, that was a stupid idea.
Zaz, you look up as you're like kind of getting ready. He's like, what?
You okay?
Oh, hey!
Oh, hi. Wow.
Your mouth's still a little burning.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Time to sleep.
All right.
Nymphis. As you're out and about and doing your own thing, you are kind of going through your items, just kind of trying to keep yourself busy, and you glance over every once in a while at the stack of weapons and the shield. and you just get this really kind of unsettling feeling about it, and you're kind of conflicted with like what to do with them, because you think that there's some entities in them based off of the revelation from Beatrice that one of them tried to possess her. With your connection to the ring and just how much you have in there and your essence being tied to it, it's almost like you feel certain parts of the ring just feel different. Like it's not kind of your normal abode that you feel comfortable in. Roll a Arcana check for me, please.
Oh, God dang it. Stay on the table. Okay. 13 plus. Wait, that's my thing. Here we go. Arcana plus 5, so 18.
18. The way I kind of envision your ring, and you can tell me otherwise, but I envision like your main entrance is kind of like a big, almost like living space with a leather seat in one corner, and there's a fireplace in the middle with stairs that kind of go up to
pillows
like a mansion
all over
area.
the place, books stacked on everything.
Yeah, there's a place that it's like above the fireplace that you can kind of look over into like rows of books and other things like that. And you have these weapons kind of leaning against the fire mantle on one side. And you go over to investigate them, and you almost get the sense of like that presence is just like stronger in here for some reason. Like almost the magical effects inside in the ring, like kind of this pocket dimension inside your ring with how magically enriched and everything is. It's almost like letting whatever entities are in these weapons kind of express themselves a little bit. And you look kind of where the weapons are, and you also see where the weapons are touching the part where it's leaned up against in the floor, and you see little like cracks kind of emanating from where the weapons are touching outside of how they're wrapped up.
Oh, no.
I almost kind of like is a sense of corruption that's kind of oozing out of these weapons and the shield.
Oh no. As I'm like closer observing and everything, do I hear any of the voices that I heard before or coming at me?
Not the moment, but you definitely feel some kind of presence emanating from them.
I'll look at it and be like, that's not good. Whatever this is, it's not good for my ring. I can't keep this in here much longer. Oh God. I know it's bad, and I know I want to. I shouldn't. Yeah. What can I do for now? And I'm going to be looking around to see if I can do anything to make these items secured, but like not touching anything at the same time, which probably is going to be the hardest thing ever. So I'm going to be frantically moving around and trying to look for stuff. I'm supposed to be resting at this moment, but not happening.
Yeah, you're frantically looking around. You head upstairs to where you kind of have some store keeps of like extra copies of your mom's books, other shipments that she's sent you, some other things that you've collected on your adventures, and you find a foot locker that has some older kind of keepsakes in them. And just kind of with this preoccupying your mind, you just hurriedly kind of pour out what's in the foot locker, and it seems like it'll fit the weapons and the shield, and you rush with it downstairs, and you try to put all the weapons in there, and the weapons fit, but the shield doesn't fit. So you're frantically going around. You take one of the shipment boxes of your mom's books, and you empty out all the books on your bed, and then you put the shield in, and it's like kind of you finagle it a little bit, and it seems to kind of fit in there.
Then I stack them
thankfully as you're
away from the walls and try to see if they're like on a table or something that's off and floating.
Yeah, there's like a coffee table in the middle of the room, like on a nice carpet that's in between the leather chair and the fireplace.
I
and you
got
set
before.
the footlocker
There's
on
like
top
a
of that, and
flower
then
thing
the
on top of
chest
the
on top
on
of
the.
that. You hear a little eek from the legs, and it's like starting to give, but it's
There's like
holding there.
a nice little vase with flowers on top of it, and I knock it off. But instead of it crashing to the floor and everything like that, it just like slowly floats
It just kind of
and then floats off.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, place this here. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll be talking to myself, and I'm like, and I'll say in primordial as well. I was like, God, help me, please. This is way more stress than I thought I would have to deal with holding these here.
What do you do after that?
I will be reorganizing all the things I just tossed on the floor and everything on my bed, and then like just look at the stuff that's there. And does the crack on the wall stay, or does it like it stays?
Yes, it stays.
I will go by it and then just wonder and I'll touch the crack and see if it like if there's anything I can do to heal it or anything.
Roll another. Do a Arcana check or Wisdom check.
14 plus 5. Both of them is plus 5, so it's going to be a 19 regardless. Arcana. Yes.
Which one are you choosing, Arcana or Wisdom? Arcana. You try to kind of get a sense of if there's a way to like reverse the magical effects of whatever's happened here. This is outside your wheelhouse, but you think there might be some way to magically repair or undo this. It's just you don't have the practice with kind of reverting these effects yet, but you kind of keep that in mind of, well, if I can maybe get someone that has more knowledge of corruption of an Arcana nature, then maybe they can help teach you how to address this or kind of fix this later. But the kind of magic that you get is like the corruption won't kind of subside. Like whatever's happened is going to stay there until it's fixed. With the 19, you get the sense that it could spread more. It depends on like how much corruption has actually seeped in, and if any of the sources kind of seeped in to kind of keep pushing it along, or if it'll just stay at its rate, and you'll just have to monitor it to see if it grows or if it just stays.
And I will then write a little. I'll take note of that. Yeah.
Sticky note.
Write a little note and then
check this every night.
Check it, and then I would write a letter towards my mother saying, "Hey, do you know anything about curses and demonic presences? I seem to be in a bind type scenario." And I'd be like, "Oh yes, Alex wanted me to send off a letter to." Okay, in the morning.
Okay. Anything else?
Question if I get to manage to sleep and all tonight. It's up to you. You could say I have exhaustion.
Well, so like, are you staying in your ring, hidden
I will
with Nyx
be
somewhere, or are you
going
to go back to the room
for a while? Yeah.
Okay. So you're basically doing that.
I can only do it for I think it was 4 hours or something.
I think you can be in your ring for as long as you want.
It's related. Unfortunately, there is a limitation in the time frame that's based off of his warlock level.
Yeah. So I think it will just be in there for like the 4 hours or so. That.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's like an hour per level.
Are you gonna spend it like outside, and then as soon as you're out of the ring, then go into the room, or are you gonna have Nyx fly you, like sneak you into the room?
I'll tell Nyx to fly us into the room when it's getting close to time.
Okay.
Which room?
All right.
It doesn't matter. I'll float in.
You want me to pick for you? Silith, odds or evens?
Odd.
All right. I think that takes care of just about everybody. Warwick and Xylith, any conversations before calling it for the night?
Anything? No?
Hmm.
Nope.
I don't think so.
Belto and Julian, any conversations before checking in for the night?
None particularly.
Yeah, when Julian gets to the room, you'll see Belto's just sitting on the bed, twiddling with the holy symbol of Torm again, and he's still in his armor. He hasn't taken it off yet, despite the time that he's been up there.
You sleeping like that then tonight?
No, I just cannot sleep quite yet, considering Nymphis has been missing for the past couple of hours at this point. He said he was going to come up to the rooms. Both rooms were locked. I came back down, and while you were outside, I realized both keys were still on the table with Wilrick. So Nymphis said he was coming up here, and has vanished since.
He'll be in his ring.
Exactly, that's why I'm trying not to worry, but considering what's in his ring right now.
See, this is why you should drink.
And the Julian is just going to go onto a bed.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to lesser restoration the hangover in the morning.
All right. I need just a... We'll do Constitution check from Xylith and Wilrick.
Just a normal one?
If nothing,
Yep.
for clarity, if nothing happens for another hour, he'll eventually relent, and
6.
Belton will take off his armor to try to get some rest.
6, 14. Roll a stealth checks for Nyx, please. Nymphis.
And CNC rounds. 13 plus. You said Nyx?
Yeah.
The stealth is the dex. All right, that is a 17.
Okay. You managed to sneak in with Xylith and Wilrick not noticing you as you get the rest of your sleep on the couch since they've taken the
It's
beds.
fine.
And for clarity,
I'll call it there for the session.
the time in the ring is hours equal to twice your proficiency bonus. So since we're at +3, you now have 6 hours in your ring.
Yay, 6 hours now?
Oh, so you could do 6 hours. So you could do your whole sleep in your ring and
And then take a watch.
do the 2 hours of...
Sweet.
But in this case,
That
because
works.
he wasn't sleeping in the ring for a little bit.
Yeah, we'll just
Yeah.
flavor it up.
Oh,
and-
yeah.
Everyone's getting a long rest. We're in a safe place. Unless you have bad dreams.
Or so we
Yeah.
think.
Unless you have bad dreams.
Yes,
We're in a safe
everyone,
place.
everyone
carry
gets
the
a long
demonic
rest.
Nuke.
Everyone gets a
Okay.
long rest.
Hooray!
Everyone,
I can change my
even me?
spells.
Even you.
Dang.
Yes.
Even Beatrice or Beetletrice.
Beetlejuice.
Beatrice got a really good long rest.
Beetlejuice.
Especially since she normally only needs 4 hours. She's trancing for them 8 hours.
You get the sense that she's done this before, like gone to bed drunk.
Yeah.
We'll see who needs a lesser restoration in the morning, if anybody.
I only have 2 second-level spell slots.
It's going to
so
be
we'll see what
Beatrice,
happens.
Wilrick, and Julian that'll end up needing it, if anyone. So
But I need
actually, I guess let's just do those just in case, so I don't forget. Constitution checks from Julian and Wilrick, please.
Get my bang out.
Oh.
I put a ball of weight.
Beatrice got 19, so
She ain't gonna need it. Okay. Right. I got a.
I've got 21.
and
21
I got a
heroic,
19.
19. They're all fine. Everyone's sober in the
All
morning.
right.
We can handle our
I have it
drinks.
prepared anyways.
Indeed. Well, good session, I think. So thanks everybody. I can't remember. I don't think we have a session for next week.
Correct.
We're every other week even.
We do not know the next session because that would be in June, and that has not been posted yet.
Mhm.
I will not be here.
And I cannot do all of June or
No, just next week.
just next week. Okay. The 9th will definitely be off because I'll be in Texas with my folks.
Texas.
So possibly June 2nd will be the next
June
one.
2nd? Okay.
If not, June 16th. So I'll be putting up the poll for the players, and we'll be seeing you all later.